A couple weeks ago, we talked about burdens. Do you remember Mrs. Sabi was helping me out because my throat was kind of raw? So we talked about burdens. Does anybody remember what kind of burdens we talked about? No, I figured that might happen because sometimes we just forget these things. So we're going to open a God box and have a little refresher before we start today. So, do you think you can? Okay. Okay, thank you. That's good. Okay, so I'm going to put it right here. Oh, that's my little, there we go. Do I have notes in here? What's in my God bag? Well, I don't know, but right now I want everyone to have a turn on what it's like to pick up the bag. So just one at a time, you can pick up my bag of burdens and tell me how it feels. Who's got it first? Can I sit by you? How does it feel? Heavy. Yeah, lift. Okay, so Lillian, you want to pick that up? Tell me. Oi. Heavy. Are you breathing? Are you breathing while you lift it? Are you holding your breath? Okay. Okay, anybody else want to try? Do you want to try? Yeah, everybody knows what it's like. Yeah, you guys don't breathe. Oh, and it hurts your shoulders. Can you imagine if you had to carry it down to the back of the church and back? You might be really tired. Right, anybody else? Okay, well, Skylar, how about you bring me the bag? Because we're going to talk about what some of those burdens were. Now, keep in mind, well, they are canned goods because they're going to go to the offering pretty soon. But there are some things that were reminders of what we carry as burdens. But I'll pass you out a can each. So there you go. You get bean sprouts. Yay, I'm sure. Okay, so keep in mind that when you carry burdens on your heart and inside, so do all the adults. We carry them too. We just kind of carry different things. So one thing that we may carry, am I on the camera? Can we see that one? Is family. So sometimes there are changes in your home. Maybe there's some changes with parents or step-parents or your guardians, or you have to move. And with that comes a whole bunch of the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen. And that can feel very stressful. Yep, there's just parents and step-parents and siblings, and sometimes there's step-siblings, and sometimes families, you have two homes that you're going between, or there's some changes. So sometimes family. Yeah, sometimes family fights. I mean, that's what families do. Okay, so who wants the big can of tomato soup? There you go. Okay, so we also talked about when there's an illness in your family, whether maybe it's your parents or a grandma or it's you or somebody that you know about, but someone that you love is ill. And so you may have questions. How are they going to get better? How are they going to get better? Sometimes the adults around you are showing emotions that you're not used to that are pretty powerful. They could be teary, they could be withdrawn, maybe they don't want to talk, or maybe they're really angry about what's going on, and you're not used to seeing these strong emotions. What's that? Or maybe they're happy. You're right, you may have all different kinds of emotions that are going on. So illness could be something that we carry around. Concerns about that. Oh, you know this one. There you go, bean chickpeas for you. School. Anybody feel a burden about school? I think some adults still carry burdens about school. So you could be concerned about doing well. Maybe there's a subject that you're not enjoying, like, math or physics. If Sydney was here, she'd say it would be physics. Or you're concerned about maybe you're not getting along with one friend at school. So, I don't have to tell you about school. You guys know all the stuff that you carry inside. Okay, so school's one. Oh my goodness, we have more. Look at this. Okay. That is fruit cocktail. That's for you. This one is about loss. A loss or a death in your family, which sometimes makes people feel very alone and filled with overwhelming sadness. Or it could be like the loss of a job, and then there's worries about money. Are we going to have enough, and what's going to happen? So again, there's like lots of questions. And the very last one, this is a biggie. There you go, Lauren. This is a biggie. The really big question that all those have in common is why, right? Why me? Why my family? Why is this happening now? What's going to happen? How come we have these questions and we never seem to get any answers? So let's put all the cans back in here. Oops, gentle. That was almost on someone's toe. And I have yours. Lil, you got yours. So when you carry, bye-bye soup. So when we carry all these burdens, last week, 2 weeks ago, Mrs. Sabby was telling us something that we say every morning with the creed. Anybody remember what the first line is of our creed? What is it?
God be my eyes.
Oh, that's our prayer. That's a really good one. But this morning we sang our creed, and it says, we are not alone. We live in God's world. And in God's world, God has said, where 2 or more of you are gathered, God is with us. And sometimes, and we know God is in us, and God is around us, and God is all a part of us. But God also sent something else to help us carry our burdens. And do you know what that is? Yes, love. You and you and you and you are here to help each other carry those burdens that we carry inside. And sometimes there are people that you don't expect that come forward to help you. So this morning, Vivian's going to come up, and Carl, and Pip, and Nancy. And they're going to come up, and they're going to show us how we're all going to help carry our burdens. We're going to stand here in a circle together. And I want, Skylar, you might have to put your envelope down. And I want you to reach across the circle, and I want you just to grab the wrist like this of somebody that's across from you. Oh, Nancy's going to hop in here. And Pip, how about you come over here right beside Lillian over here? Pip, don't be shy. Come on in the circle. Okay, reach across and grab Carl's hands. And Nancy, you reach across and grab somebody else's. Lily, grab your hands in there. Do you see what we have? You know what's going to happen with this big bag that I'm going to put up in here? You know what? Doesn't seem so heavy now, does it? Anybody feel tired? Anybody feel like you can't breathe? You know what? Because this is what the church is. This is all of us. Different heights, right? Different people. Some people you know, some people you don't. We're all here to help each other carry the burdens of what life brings. And for that, we thank God. Alrighty. Thank you. Thank you, my volunteers. So can we finish up with our prayer that you had already started? You want to start it today?
Yeah.
Okay, started. Yeah, you sit down and speak into my microphone. You ready?
God be my
Eyes.
and
My eyes and in my seeing, and God be in my ears and in my listening. Join me. God be in my mouth and in my speaking, and God be in my heart, my loving. Amen. Thank you.